Greetings from Edinburgh 500 Open Bible. I'm Isaac Browne and welcome to your midweek meditation. Divine Confrontation, God versus Egypt's gods. Nile turned to blood, Exodus 7:14-25. This is one of the first battles between God and the gods of Egypt. Now the Nile River, interestingly, was regarded as a god or gods to the Egyptians. When the Nile River flooded its banks during July and August, it would saturate the soil, and this made it possible for the people to grow bountiful crops. At that time, the Pharaoh officiated ceremonies and commemorated the blessings brought by the river. Now it's possible Moses interrupted them during one of these special occasions of celebration when he visited Pharaoh. Pharaoh had failed to recognize the true God, which explained the nature and ramifications of the upcoming judgment. The judgment would fall on the river, which was considered a god, its smaller streams, and even the smallest containers. There is some debate about whether the Nile actually turned to blood or merely took on a reddish hue. Regardless, it is known that the river was filled with dead fish, which caused it to stink, as noted in Exodus 7:18, and the Egyptians perceived it as blood in appearance and taste. The Nile River was vital to the Egyptians' agriculture and economy, making this miracle particularly alarming. Several Egyptian gods were associated with the Nile, including Hapi, Isis, and Khnum. Additionally, the annual flooding of the Nile symbolized the miraculous rebirth of Osiris, a god of the earth and vegetation. The Egyptians believed the Nile was Osiris's bloodstream, which made its transformation into blood highly significant. Interestingly, Pharaoh's magicians were able to replicate this miracle, leading to Pharaoh to hardening his heart against God. This raises a question though. If all the water turned to blood, where did the magicians find water? In verse 24, it explains that while the water of the Nile was struck, natural springs and water filtered through the soil remained unaffected. The Egyptians had to abandon the Nile to find drinkable water elsewhere. This plague lasted for 7 days, setting the stage for the upcoming judgments. Wrong one goes to God. Amen. Thank you for watching. I hope this week's message bless your heart. Wishing you a great week ahead.